Hi everybody, my name is Rupa, working as assistant professor in Chevron Engineering College. I'm dealing the subject power electronic controllers and drives. And today's topic is in fifth unit we are going to discuss about the problems on rotor resistance side control of induction motor. See here, in before classes we have gone through the problem and we have completed half of the problem. Up to K value we have completed. So once again I am revising this problem because we have to complete remaining half. A three-phase 400 volts, 6-pole, 50 Hz delta connected slip ring induction motor. It has a rotor resistance of 0.2 ohms and leakage reactance of 1 ohms per phase referred to the stator. When driving a fan load, it runs at full load at 4% slip. What resistance must be inserted in the rotor circuit to obtain a speed of 850 rpm? And we are neglecting the stator impedance and magnetization branches because losses will be neglected, and stator to rotor turns are 2.2. Okay, so see here, it is running at a synchronous speed of 1000 and 1000 rpm, and we have to convert this into radians per second, omega ms. So 2 pi by 60,000. So 104.72 radians per second you will get. Full load torque formula is TF is equal to 3 by omega ms V square RR dash by S by RR dash by S whole square plus XR dash whole square. So if you if you substitute the values in the formula, 3 by omega ms is 104.72 and 400, 0.2 by 0.04 is the 4% is the slip, and 0.2 by 0.04 plus reactance is 1. So if you substitute, you will get the full load torque of 881.47. You know that the formula TL is equal to Kn square. So from that I can write K into SS n in place of n, ns into 1 minus s whole square I am writing is equal to T. So K into ns is nothing but it is normal speed, that is synchronous speed 1000. 1 minus slip is 0.04 whole square, that is equal to torque value 881.47. There you will get value of K is equal to 0.000956. Okay, so until K we have solved before classes. So next, see here, we have to find the calculate. What we have to calculate, what is the resistance must be inserted in the rotor circuit to obtain a speed of 850 rpm. So instead of getting the 1000 rpm, we have to reduce the speed to 850 rpm. So what resistance should be inserted in the circuit, so that a load will be inserted into the circuit and this load will be reducing the speed to 850 rpm from 1000. So what is the value of that resistance we have to add in order to bring the speed from 1000 to 850 rpm? Okay, so first we have to calculate the torque at 850 rpm. Now we know that TL is equal to nothing but K into TL is equal to K into, here see formula, K into N square. So here we are taking 850 square. So TL is equal to K into N square. K value is 0.000956 into N square. N is 850. Okay, so 850 square, that is equal to 691 newtons meters. This is the torque value, and in this torque value we have to find out the new slip. S is equal to ns minus n by ns. Okay, what is the value of ns? 1000. N is 850. So the at required rpm n is 850 divided by ns, so 1000, that is equal to 0.15 slip. So we all know that T is equal to TL. Okay, in before problems also we have discussed in the stator side, controlling the stator side and controlling the speed of the induction motor. In the chapter, fourth chapter also we have discussed that T is equal to TL. So as assumption T is equal to TL, we have to take T is equal to TL. So what is the T formula? 3 by 2 pi ms, sorry, 3 by omega ms V square RR dash plus RE by S by RR dash plus RE by RS. We have to find this RE because this is the extra resistance. Actually, what is the formula? RR dash by S. That's all. Okay, but we are going to add the resistance in order to reduce the speed to 850. So that resistance I am taking as external resistance is RE. Okay, so the formula becomes V square into RR dash plus RE by S divided by RR dash plus RE by S whole square plus XR dash whole square. That is value of TL. Okay, so if you substitute the parameters, all the values in equation 1, you will get 3 by 2. Omega ms is 104.72. V square is 400. RE we have to find. RR dash is 0.2. S we got as 0.15 slip divided by RR dash, that is RR dash means 0.2, and RE we don't know, we have to find that one. RE by S is 0.15 plus XR is 1. So total you will get 691. TL is equal to 691. Okay. So from this we have to find simply RE. Okay. So see here, from that equation you are getting a second degree equation, x square minus 6.633 RE, nothing but this is see here. So you are getting this, or we can write this equation as, like this, x square, or simply we can directly write the value of RE as like this. From this we can find out directly the value of RE without those x's. Okay, because the RE term is only, we have to know the term. Okay, so finally you will get the RE as 0.77. Okay, so here we are getting a second degree equation. See here, x square, or we can write this RE as x as like this, x square minus 6.633 x plus 1 is equal to 0, and from this we have to find out RE. This is other alternate solution. Okay, alternate solution. So now we can find directly RE as 0.77. So the rotor value referred to the external resistance is 0.77 divided by, that means here we are, see here 2.2, the stator to rotor turns ratio is 2.2. Actually you are getting RE as, so here they have given stator to rotor turns ratio is 2.2. Okay, so we are getting a resistance of 0.77 here. After getting the value of 0.77, we have to divide this by K. So stator to rotor ratio means they are giving the value of 1 by K. Okay, so 1 by K, that means we have to multiply the turns ratio. Actually, turns ratio means R2, that means rotor by stator, right? But they have given stator to rotor. So that's why we have to multiply the turns ratio, that will become 1 by 2.2 whole square, K square. Okay, so this is the rotor referred value. Actually, we have got all the stator values there. The values which we have got up to now is stator values. Now we have to divide them. We have to change them into rotor referred values. So if you change the value into rotor referred value, stator to rotor 1 by K square you will get. Okay, so you already you are familiar with the formulas. R2 means what is, sorry, R2 dash means what is that? R2 by K square, like that. Okay, so rotor referred values of external resistance is 0.77 into 1 by K square. You will get 0.159 ohms. is the first problem. And second problem, the stator to rotor turns is given as 3.5. Okay, and these are the values given. Motor is controlled by a stator rotor resistance control. Sorry, static rotor resistance control. External resistance is chosen such that the breakdown torque is produced at standstill for a duty ratio of 0. Calculate the value of external resistance and how the duty ratio delta will be varied with speed so that the motor accelerates at maximum torque. And these are the motor parameters: 440 volts, 50 Hz, 6 poles, star connected wound rotor. Okay, and the parameters are this one: RS, R1 dash, XS, XR dash, XL. Okay, so see here, first we have to calculate the value of external resistance, RE. Okay, so see here the motor is already, we know that this is a rotor resistance control. So as usual, the motor is controlled by a static rotor resistance control, and K is given as stator to rotor turns is given as 1 by 3.5. Okay, we have to calculate the external resistance, and we have to see that how we have to calculate how the ratio will be varied with the speed so that the motor will be accelerating at maximum torque. We have to prove that one also. So solution, see here, from equation 6.12, sorry 6.12, that means we are finding out the equation, this one, this is 6.12. So from this figure 6.1b, we are writing this equation. We have already written the equation while description part. So SM is equal to RR dash by RS square plus XS plus XR dash whole square. Okay. So for this we have to calculate the extra added resistance. So in this we have to add some extra resistance to the rotor. Okay, not to the stator, to the rotor. So for RR dash we have to add some extra resistance. Okay, so write the formula again by adding the extra resistance RE. I am taking that extra resistance whose stator referred equivalent value is RE. So I am taking in referred to the stator. After that, if you want in referred to the rotor, we have to convert it by K square. Okay, so SM is equal to RE plus RR dash by RS square plus XS plus XR dash whole square. From this, you will get the maximum slip as RE plus 0.4 by root of 0.5 whole square plus 2.4 whole square. Just to substitute the given data. In the given data, you are having the parameters. Just substitute them in the SM value. In place of RS 0.5, XS, that is 1.2 plus XR dash, sorry, XR dash is 1.2 and XS is nothing but here XR and XR and XR dash and XS are equal 1.2, 1.2, that is 2.4, and RR dash is, see here, RR dash is 0.4. Okay, so you will get RE is equal to 2.45 SM minus 0.4. This is the final equation you are getting. If you solve for SM, you will get the RE. So see here, from the before equations, I can write RE is equal to 0.5 R, taking out 0.5 R into 1 minus delta A square. This is the formula of RE. So if I substitute where A is the stator to rotor turns ratio, here A is the stator to rotor turns ratio, and actually this is the general formula. In this, A is stator to rotor turns ratio, and substituting the value for A, they have given 0.5 into A value, stator to turns ratio is 3.5. So 3.5 into 0.5, you will get 6.125. So 6.125 into R into 1 minus delta simply. Okay. So A is given as square. 3.5 whole square into 0.5. Okay, 3.5 whole square into 0.5, you will get 6.125 into 1 minus delta into R. Okay, so this is second equation, and before you got RE in terms of SM. Okay, making it as first equation. This is first equation. So writing these from comparing these two equations, I can formulate both equal. Both are RE only. So I am making equal both equations. Okay, equating the 1 and 2 equations, 6.125 1 minus delta R is equal to 2.45 SM minus 0.4. Okay, so for occurring maximum torque, what is the value of slip? It is also maximum. So SM is equal to 1. Sorry, SM is equal to 0. And for maximum torque to occur at SM is equal to 1, it must be, for maximum torque to occur, that means in order to occur the maximum torque, actually slip will be highest at the starting and lowest at the maximum position, right? Okay, so at the starting it is maximum position, that is 1. So in order to get the maximum torque, what is the value of slip we had to take at standstill? So what is the value of slip at standstill? 1. So for maximum torque to occur, there should be a standstill condition. At that time only slip is maximum value, SM is equal to 1. So if you substitute the SM is equal to 1 here, 6.125 R is equal to 2.45 into 1. SM is 1 minus 0.45. Okay, and at the standstill duty ratio nothing but delta is equal to 0. So keeping that 0 into 1 to 1, 6.125 into 1 into R. So there exists 6.125 R is equal to 2.45 minus 0.4. Sorry, into 1 minus 0.4. Okay, from that you will get R is equal to 0.3347 ohms. If you substitute the value of R and SM, you will get the delta value. See here in the value in this value, if you substitute the value of R and SM, how will you get? NS minus N by NS. Okay, see here, delta is equal to 1.195 into 10 power minus 3 into N. Next, so equation here, this is fourth equation. It suggests that for accelerating the motor at maximum torque, delta must be changed nearly with speed. That means delta will be proportional to speed. So if you change the duty ratio delta, the speed will be changed. So if you increase the duty ratio, speed will be increased. So for maximum accelerating the motor at maximum torque, in order to get the motor for the maximum torque, we have to increase the duty ratio with respect to N. Next, third problem. If 440 volts, 50 Hz, 970 RPM, 6 pole star connected 3-phase wound rotor induction motor has the following parameters referred to the stator. Okay, so these are the parameters given referred to the stator. The stator to rotor turns ratio is 2. The motor speed is, now it is a problem on static Scherbius drive. So motor speed is controlled by static Scherbius drive. The drive is designed for a speed range of 25% below the synchronous speed. The maximum value of the firing angle of the thyristors is 165 degrees. Calculate the transformer's turns ratio, first one. Second, when torque for speed of 780 RPM and alpha is equal to, firing angle is equal to 140, and calculate we have to find out the turns ratio. After that, they have asked to find out the torque at a speed of 780 rpm with firing angle alpha is equal to 140 degrees. And third bit, we have to find the firing angle alpha and half of the motor torque. At what is the maximum torque we have to calculate, and half of the motor torque at speed of 800 rpm we have to find the firing angle. Okay, so in one bit they have asked the firing, they have given the firing angle, and second bit they have asked to find out the firing angle. And the DC link inductance, it has a resistance of 0.01 ohms. Okay, so see here, we know that Sm is equal to minus A cos alpha m. You know that formula, Sm is equal to minus A cos alpha m. That is the maximum slip. So for 25% of speed range, okay, actually this drive is driven at the speed range of 25% below the synchronous speed, below ns. Okay, so at 25% speed range, the maximum slip is equal to 0.25. So from the before formula, Sm is equal to minus A cos alpha, we have to substitute the value. You will get A is equal to 0.259. Okay, so here we can say that we have a formula A is equal to N by M. Okay, so the stator to rotor turns ratio is 2 here, right? So stator to turns ratio is 2. So we can write N place, in place of N we can write 2. N is stator to turns ratio. So for that we have to find out the value of M. M is equal to, from N by N1, N by M is equal to A, from that M is equal to 7.722. Okay, so this is the turns ratio, M, nothing but I am transformer's turns ratio. Okay, so next, for speed of 780 rpm at full load torque, we have to find out torque, I think. Okay, torque we have to find out for at a speed of 780 rpm and alpha angle is 165 degrees, right? So see here, for finding out the torque here, first find out the slip and voltages and the DC link current ID. So after that you will know the torque. Torque formula is VD2 into ID by S into omega ms. Okay, so for this we have to find out S into omega ms, S slip, omega ms formula, ID, current, VD2 already we know. We have to find out also. Sorry, we have to find out VD2. Okay, so write down the formulas. S is equal to synchronous speed is 1000 taking, and we have to find out at speed of 780 rpm. So 1000 minus 780 by 1000, that is equal to 0.2. And VD1 is equal to 3 root 6 by pi SVN by N, and VD2 is equal to 3 root 6 by pi V by M cos alpha. This is the VD1 and VD2 formula. In the theory you can find these formulas, go through them if you have any doubt. So 3 into root 6 by pi into SE 0.22 into V here we are taking for 440 by root 3. Per phase we have to take line. So 440 by root 3, and again VD2 3 into root 6 by pi, V is 440 by root 3 by M is 7.722, that is into cos alpha. Cos alpha is given as 140 degrees. Okay, cos 140 degrees. That is VD1 is 65.363 and VD2 is minus 58.95. No need to take any plus or minuses. The assumptions, we have to take only values. So from, we know that ID is equal to VD1 plus VD2 by 2 into S into RS dash plus RR plus RD. Again we have to find in this formula ID, we have to find the RS dash and RR. So RS dash is equal to, what is the formula? 0.1 into 0.5 whole square, that is, say here, actually 0.1 RS into 0.5 whole square we have to write. So 0.1 into 0.5 whole square, RR is 0.08 here, RR dash. From this, RR means 0.808 into 0.5 whole square. Okay, so 0.5 whole square means nothing but 1 by k square, 1 by 2 square. 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5. Okay, so RS dash RR, they have given RS and RR dash, right? RS and RR dash, we have to know the values of RS dash. We have to find out the values, because in the formula we are having RS dash and RR, but we have the values of RS and RR dash. So converting them inverse, so into k square, that is equal to 0.5 whole square. Okay, so see here, you are getting RR and RS dash. If you substitute the value in the ID, you will get ID is equal to 105.13 amperes. So from that we have to find out the torque VD2 into ID by S omega ms, that is equal to 58.95 VD2. Only magnitude we have to take, no need about the positive or negative. Into ID is 105.13 divided by slip is 0.22, and omega ms is nothing but, if you take the synchronous speed as 1000, omega ms is 1000 into 2 pi by 6, that is equal to 60, that is equal to 104.72. That becomes torque value as, that gives the torque value as 269 newtons per meter. Newtons meters. Okay, so this is the torque value at alpha is equal to 140 and at a speed of 780 rpm. Now we have to find out the value of alpha. Okay, third problem, we have to find out the value of alpha at half of the rated motor torque. What you get torque in second bit, we have to take it half, and at a speed of not 780 rpm, at 800 rpm we have to take now. Okay, so actually slip we have to again calculate as the speed is changed to 800. So see here, actually we have to do one step here. First we have to calculate the speed at 970 rpm. Sorry, we have to calculate the slip at 970 rpm. See, we know that the rated slip at 970 rpm, 1000 is the synchronous rpm, synchronous speed, and 970 is the rpm of the driving motor. So 100 minus 970 by, sorry, 1000 minus 970 by 1000 is 0.03. Actually this is the slip at 970 rpm. And find out the rated torque. This is the torque at 780 rpm. Rated torque means at 970 rpm we have to take that how much torque. Okay, so at rated torque 3 by omega ms, you have to find out the we have to give we have to summate the, we have to substitute the values of the given parameters in the torque equation. Already you know the torque equation, this one, T is equal to 3 by omega ms, this one 3 by omega ms v square rr plus s, sorry, rr by s, normal equation without adding any, this one without any adding extra resistance. This is the torque equation, 3 by omega ms v square rr dash by s by rr dash by s whole square plus xr dash whole square. So by taking these parameters, you have to substitute all these values in the torque formula. Now you will get 605.32. So this is the torque at rated speed, right? So this is termed as the rated torque. Okay, so if you want in the third bit, you want to take the half of the rated torque. and you have to find the alpha at 800 rpm. So we have to find out the slip at 800 rpm, and we have to take half of the rated torque. So half of the rated torque means 605.32 divided by 2, that is 302.66. This is the half rated torque. And slip at 800 rpm. So S is equal to 1000 minus 800 by 1000, that is 0.2. From this we have to find alpha. Okay, so see here how we find out alpha means you are having cos alpha in ID or torque equations. Okay, so if you have, see here VD2 you have cos alpha. So from this VD2 here, see from this VD2 I can find out the cos alpha. So VD1 3 root 6 by pi and VD2 3 root 6 by pi formulas. In VD2 you are getting cos alpha. Because they are having, it is having cos alpha, we don't know the alpha, we have to calculate. So remaining you are getting VD1 is equal to 59.42 and VD2 is equal to 76.95. We will continue in next class remaining.